Welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. This is it. Our last episode of Season 2. Guys, we realized after the last rewind, did we fuck it up? Did we make a mistake? Maybe. Well, we're calling this...
Who's we in this scenario? You and Dan?
It's all of us.
Okay.
You have to take accountability.
Because I allowed it, I guess, without making too big a stink.
Hey, if we're going to heal, we have to all be accountable for the mistakes we made.
That's right. The therapist said we had to do this to heal. That's right.
We realized the system for the rewinds was flawed. And I think when we started, we said, we'll just do plus or minus 0.5 to the ending score. That'll work. And when we only had 25 movies, it did work. But now we got 163 movies. And it's simply too big of a jump. So we're calling this app the Mega Rewind. Here's how it's going to work. We have wiped all previous rewind scores. The list is just back to our pure ranking at the time of the episode. We will each be given 10 picks in this rewind where we can add plus or minus 0.5 to the original scores, not the ending score. I think this is the best way to do it. Makes it fair. Dan, you did win the Season 2 game. Rate My Letterboxd. So You will be, I guess, picking first. I mean,
yes, I am picking
dumb.
First.
All right, you're going to pick first.
Duh.
Bones, you came in second. I'm guessing you want second place.
No, I'll take third.
Okay, Bones is taking third.
I'll be nice.
I'll
take third.
I'll take second. And I believe each round we're going positions 1, 2, and 3. This is not snake style, right?
No, this is snake style.
No, you said not snake. I vote not snake style.
I also vote not snake style. I think it makes more, because of what we're about to say. If someone moves something up a 0.5, oh wait, we got rid of that rule too.
What?
Never mind. The direct undo.
You're talking about, we had originally discussed that if you wanted to counter a move, you had to do it within the next round.
Mm-hmm. But I think we got rid of that.
Because that's way too complicated for what we're trying to, it's already going to be a 4-hour app.
It's too much to keep track of.
Yeah.
All right. Dan will always go first, followed by me, followed by Bones. 10 rounds of that. Plus or minus 0.5, any way you want. If a movie does have 2 moves up or down to it, that locks it in place. We can't do any more. And I believe we discussed any plus to a puppet movie doesn't count against you.
No. Nice try, though.
We discussed no puppet movies allowed.
I only heard one no, to be fair.
No.
Fine.
There's 2.
Healing.
I think that's all the rules, right?
Well, yeah. If it's your first night on 5DR, welcome to 5DR.
I think you did a pretty good, concise one. So if, for the nerds at home, like ourselves, if you're wondering, well, that episode had a guest or had 2 guests, the average will still take that number into account.
Yeah.
So oh, please, go ahead.
If you guessed it here, your score is still included in our average. But if you ever had a selection on a rewind show, that has been wiped clear.
We're sorry. So the benefit is in the future, right? Hardcore people can be like, no, dude, I like the fucking old school list, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I like the Redux. So Dan loves Coppola.
Mm-hmm.
You should too.
He's okay.
I like a few of them, yeah. He's no George Lucas.
You better get used to him because season 3, that's the only director I'm covering. Every pick.
Bones, real quick. I noticed you still have on the white hoodie and it's still looking immaculate. So,
Tasteful beige, I believe, is what we decided on. Thank you for picking out or calling out my appearance, Kron. Listener, I am in an undisclosed different location. If I sound a little weird, if there's a space heater humming, I did have to mute during Kron explanation of the game because I realized that the old school analog clock that I put up was audible in my mix. So I apologize for the 2 minutes of ticking that you might hear. But it adds a little Hans Zimmer element. I am in a camping chair, by the way, so I apologize for any shuffling.
And listener, there will be a link to his Amazon gift list for his new location on all the stuff that he needs.
Divorce is a hell of a thing, everybody.
Welcome to the club.
If your manager blows you up and you have to leave, go on the lam.
I think the weirdest part of your new setup is it's just like there's clear tarps on the ground and then just a bunch of clear shower liners lined up.
I call this Dexter chic.
Okay.
You never know.
Sure.
Man, they really won't let that go, will they?
Dexter?
Yeah.
I've never seen an episode.
Was he the first guy to really do that? I mean, there's some guy out there that was like, I was doing that before that show.
Oh, for sure.
And I really killed people.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Isn't
you have to solve the crime before you can kill the guy?
You got to be sure.
That sounds like a lot of work.
But your Dark Passenger requires all of that, dude.
Isn't that what Death Row is for though, right? Like the bad guys get it, like the really bad ones.
No, Death Row is for CEOs. Rise up.
Yeah, they're going to raise your fucking
premium. My rates?
Yeah, everyone's premium goes up. We lost our dude.
Oh, that's coming. You know it. They're going to be like, well, you know.
We got a funeral to pay for.
We've seen all of you who cheered, and yeah, it's going up $25 a month.
Well, they already have literally all of your information. Who gives a shit?
Thanks a lot, Luigi.
Yeah, thanks.
Genuinely thank you, Luigi.
Yeah, it was. It's been a hell of a year, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
Lots of movies watched.
Lots of movies watched. I think we officially passed 200 episodes released.
Released, yes.
I know, not movies covered. There's specials in there. There's random little announcements, but...
We did a whole ass TV show.
Dan, you went down into your basement and hit upload over 200 times, dude.
Because I hire somebody for that.
Okay, we'll add that to the list of things that we lose money on.
The expenses for the year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kron, how much did this show cost us this year?
I mean, there's got to be some hosting cost, right?
We're negative still, right?
More than anything, it cost us our time.
Yeah.
It slowly chips away at our lives.
When I say 12 hours a week, I'm not lying.
It's more an emotional cost than a monetary one.
It's a toll.
Is it a good toll or a bad one? Half and half.
Listen, some people bowl. Some people golf.
I'd say this show is the perfect yin and yang of good and bad in my life.
I'm gonna break the facade a little bit. One of these three people texted in their group text, guys, do you miss podcasting? And I thought for sure it was going to be followed with, because I've never been happier in the 3 weeks that we've been off. I was like, this is it.
I was nice about it.
No, you truly were. It was, and just like you just talked about, it was like it's fun. This is what I like. I like knowing that once a week we get to shoot the shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's truly made for us. It's cool every once in a while to see, interaction in the Discord or whatever. We've made some cool friends. We talk about that a lot. But it truly is. It's just fucking crazy when we were off for a few weeks. Like, if something was looming, like, shit, I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm not. Guess I'll play Stranded Deep.
It's so embedded here that I got into bed on last Thursday at 8ish. And my wife was like, what are you doing? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're going to be late for the show. And I was like, baby, we're off. She's like, oh, yeah, that's right. And I was like, that's right, woman.
It's time to make love now.
I was like, you want to watch? She's like, I don't want to watch whatever you're going to watch.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten some just me watches in. I guess that's been good.
Yeah. I watched, I believe it's a Roger Corman Sorceress. You guys heard about this? It's like
I've seen the box art.
The two Playboy twins.
Really interesting.
Yeah. I may or may not have been like kind of inspired, like, man, should we do like a sword and sandal category? Let me throw a few on. I think it's like 82 minutes or something. It was fun. And then followed that up with Sword and Sorcerer or Sword and Sorceress. It wasn't as good. Corman knew how to get in and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Get you the goods. Gladiator 2 was dope as shit. Doesn't mean it's good. Fucking fun.
I never made it.
Yeah. So
I
far,
wanted to, but I haven't.
Substance and Love Lies Bleeding are kind of like the only thing on my list, really, that I haven't caught up yet.
Yeah, Karan Howard.
What?
Explain your substance rating.
It was, what'd I give it, 3.5?
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Right.
I thought it...
Bones hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
How long is that movie? It's like 2,
It's over
right?
2 hours. It's over 2 hours.
It just felt like a drug. I mean, the end is exciting, but you feel that runtime, especially in like a goopy horror movie. If they could have cut 30 minutes out of that, dude, I might have been a full star higher. But it's fun.
It says
it's a good
in
watch.
the credits, like, inspired for Karan Howard.
I liked it.
Thank you, Cron Howard, for the inevitable 5-star Letterboxd review.
It's good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Fucking French chick after you.
You know what? You want to know? Not enough ass. How about that? Double the ass, cut the runtime.
Cron, speaking of stuff that, like, doing in our spare time, you had texted beforehand that you had some updates on something. What was that about?
Guys, in these rewind shows, I gotta look up what's happening in Chicago. Did I pull one clip? Maybe. Did I pull more than one? Keep listening to find out. But we do have some exciting recovered audio from the rat wars currently happening in Chicago. Bones, play Rat Wars clip 1.
Which one is that? Is that Dr. K?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Dr. K? Okay.
Engineer's log. Dr. Klaus McDaniels reporting. The smart rat trap is a thing of beauty. The smart rat, unlike your normal rat, has shown an aptitude closer to that of a dumb person or an incredibly smart dog. They reason, they understand, they think. The smart rat trap isn't simply a clump of cheese at the end of a maze. No, it is an enticing clump of cheese at the end of an elaborate maze. We also employ a very realistic and, if I can be honest, very appealing drawing of a sexy lady rat of my own desire, design. Phase 1, a simple layout made from blue painter's tape. Phase 2, rudimentary cardboard with some blue painter's tape to hold the entire thing together. Phase 3, carvings of rich and deep wood designed by the finest craftsmen, held together by some of the more delicious wood glues, and also a little painter's tape. Phase 4, being out of the delicious wood glues, we have resorted to your more violent and brutal metals, your steel, your copper, your bronze. Its touch repels me. Phase 5, I have found more wood glue, hidden away by my fellow engineers, no doubt holding it to fill their own selfish bellies. Phase 6, Phase 3 has been completely removed from the process. Anger from Chief Command that we've been blowing through a majority of the budget on delicious wood glues. Phase 7, human trials have initiated. No one can believe what I've put together. The 2 other engineers were lost in the maze for hours, and I personally raided their knapsacks for any remaining wood glue that may have been lingering. Phase 8, good news, bad news. Chief Command discovered my sketch journal, which raised more than a few eyebrows, but I have been commissioned to finish the remaining murals of my sexy lady rats. Phase 9, Chief Command has sent an envoy to run the maze. They assured me personally that all wood glue has been removed from the premises, but I've been able to hack the locking system on the 96 Windstar van and have discovered a cache of the finest vintage. Phase 10, disaster. The Phase 2 model, built from the sturdiest of deep dish pizza boxes, has attracted the attention of more rats than we anticipated. The scurry grows louder and louder, and I know this is the end. I have worked my way deeper into the maze to spend my last remaining moments amongst the beautiful rat women whom understand me best.
Wow.
Disturbing revelations there.
Where did you find that, dude?
I pull all these off the dark web.
I must have been deep in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dr. Klaus McDaniels, so a German-Irish guy.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, you could kind of hear it, you know. It's like he couldn't commit one way or the other. Interesting. Fucking, well, again, our hearts go out to the people deep in those tunnels of Chicago.
Yeah, stay safe, and I guess if you see those drawings, don't linger too long.
Yeah,
shoot them our way. You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Might get me back on Instagram.
Post it, please. I mean, is it time? Do we just jump into this thing?
I think it's time.
Is it time to heal?
We'll
time
see.
to kill. Dan?
All right, gentlemen. We got a lot of picks ahead of us. It's a long night. For the first pick in this mega Redux rewind, I reached out to a friend to see if he had a movie that we could cover on this here show. He supplied that movie, so I gave him a pick in this mega Redux rewind. And that's Mr. Mount Molehill. Thank you very much for supplying Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You're banned now from ever coming back.
He did a wonderful deed, so This is, he was kind enough to record his response and his pick. So take it away, Mount Mohill.
Guys, recently you were joined by Perk to discuss Lucio Fulci's 1982 classic, The New York Ripper. In that episode, Perk took you guys to task in an attempt to squash the petty infighting that has plagued the podcast and kept it from reaching its full potential. He was right to do it. The podcast needs to heal. And instead of using them as a chance to bump movies up to 7 stars or vindictively knock Prince of Darkness out of the top 10, I think it's time that the rewinds be seen as an opportunity to mend this fractured podcast. And the only way that can happen is if all sins are atoned for, not just the ones that are puppet or erotic thriller related. And in the spirit of atonement, I present the listeners with a list of movies. The Fanatic, Hollow Man 2, No Holds Barred, Nothing But Trouble, Army of the Dead, Reindeer Games, and Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven. To most of you listening out there, this probably sounds like a haphazard list of some of the worst movies that have been covered on 5DR. But there's one person out there who should understand this list perfectly well because it represents their greatest shame. That person is Laundry Dan. Because these are all movies that he rated higher than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze. Giving TMNT 2 1 star was an unconscionable act, one that I'm sure he's regretted every day since he did it over 2 years ago. We all have things in our past that we wish we could take back. We've all asked ourselves, what if? So I'm using the move that Laundry Dan has so graciously gifted me on this rewind to release him from this heavy, self-imposed burden. Just add 0.5 to TMNT2, and it'll be like it never happened. We can all move on, and the 5-Day Rentals podcast can finally begin to heal.
Oh, thank you, Chris, for that beautiful pick of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 to kick us off. We covered that on Greasy, Grimy, and Slimy. What do you guys think of that?
I think he did the right thing.
I like the message. There's some bone slander in there. There's some Dan slander in there. I lift the lifetime ban against Mount Mohill for bringing Showgirls 2 here.
I would like to point out that the Bones was may or may not have been just sort of sending a message to the, like, how wrong we were with our rating system, right?
I think that's what you want to believe, I guess. You give a guy an inch, he takes a mile, I think, with Mount Mohill there. You stabbing me, buddy. But yeah, first pick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, coming to you from Mount Mohill.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for everything you do for the show, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, great selection. This will bump TMNT from position 129 to 123 on the big list.
It was 120?
It was 129.
Okay. Why did I think it was... Okay.
I guess we should, real quick, before I make a pick. I mean, since we did cut out the rewind score, should I run through, like, the top 10 as it stands now?
Sure.
All right, our top 10 as it is now. Number 1, Road Games. Number 2, Tombstone.
Sorry. Roadhouse.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. Roadhouse. I got this fucking poster behind me, dude. It seeps into my brain every day. Number 1, Roadhouse. Number 2, Tombstone. 3, Ricochet. 4, Sexy Beast. 5, Apocalypto. 5 again, a tie. Big Trouble in Little China. 7, Extreme Prejudice. 8. Silver bullet. 9. Swallow. 10 seconds. That is your top 10. Guys, I thought about this mega rewind that we were doing, and I was like, how do I approach this? Like, what's the best strategy? And then I just kind of came up with a list of like, what are the movies that I still think about frequently that we've covered? And there's one movie that I think I probably made like the biggest mistake on. I gave it way too low of a score. I own this movie now. I've rewatched this movie. I kind of love this movie, guys. I'm giving a plus 0.5 to Stone Cold.
Hell yeah.
My original rating, a 2.5. Way too low. I mean, this thing could easily be 3.5. Why not?
There will be a lot of dead air this episode. We apologize, listener, but let this shit breathe. It's the holiday season. What are you doing? Talking to your parents?
Stone Cold will move up to number 81 on the big list.
Guys, I too decided that there's another person who does a shit ton for this show. You hear their beautiful art every week in our theme song. They have guested multiple times. I too decided I'm going to reach out to my good friend DK and give him a selection. And he also was kind enough to send an audio message.
Hello, friends. DK here. You may remember me from previous 5-Day Rentals appearances on podcast record-shattering episodes of the show, like Thunder in Paradise, episodes 3 through 5, Spawn, Thunder in Paradise, episodes 14 through 16, and more. This time of the year is often when we give gifts, we spread joy to those we care about, and we lift up our friends and family. I am not here to do that. Today, I'd like to not lift up a particular member of the 5-Day Rentals crew, but in fact, I'd like to push him down, way down, probably down some dangerous old steps and maybe even further into some kind of subterranean lair where they take your brain out and put it in a silver ball that will patrol the halls of a creepy-ass mausoleum and do the dark bidding of a sinister force known only as the Tall Man. Now you may be thinking, yes, Laundry Dan should be punished for only giving the first Phantasm a 3.5. And while I absolutely agree with you, I feel the need to look further down the big list. Greater wrongs have been done here that I can no longer stand idly by and allow to continue. I truly and sincerely believe with 100% of my being that things in this country, and indeed across the entirety of our beautiful planet known as Earth, would be happier, more peaceful, and prosperous if one person had simply told the truth about Phantasm 4. Not only is it a worthy sequel in terms of craft, action, and overall entertainment, but Phantasm 4 is also seen by many to be the true ending of the franchise with poignant and meaningful closure to the story of our beloved Mike and the Tall Man. So friends, please join me in uttering a collective fuck you and a couple of middle fingers waving in the general direction of the true villain of 5-Day Rentals. The man who hides behind a false mask of kindness, sensibility, and lycanthropy. For giving Phantasm 4 a contemptible 3 stars, Bones? Fuck you, dude. Take these 0.5 points and learn from them. I'd like to thank Laundry Dan and Cron Howard for everything they do. For this podcast and its listeners, those guys are the real deal. And come on, everyone knows it. Happy holidays. But not you, Bones.
Probably should have listened to that first. They say statistically speaking, the more friends you make in your 30s, the longer you'll live as a man. It's kind of sad that I'll never see a child graduate high school. But Thank you, DK, for your message and your love of Phantasm.
I've got no notes. I liked everything DK said in that.
That's cool. I mean, he hit it. If 2 of the 3 people on the show love your message, you did something right?
Not bad. Not bad.
Phantasm 4 will move from position 60 to 51, ending with an average score of 3.5.
Thank you, DK. So we're back to me already?
It's round 2, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
It's different. I know. We'll give you a few rounds to.
Give me a few beers to drink here. Get back into things. We're like I said, we're on break. We haven't been doing this every week. We're not sharp as we're always fucking dull. But all right, gentlemen, I am a man of my word. And here recently in season 2, Bones brought us the abortion that is Mega Ape. And when I put my final review in on that, I apologized for my rating of MXP. And as a man of my word, Kron, please add 0.5 to MXP.
Wow.
It's a cute movie, man.
It took one ape to realize my mistakes with another.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was extreme enough.
What do you mean? The dude ate Mexican food,
I've been watching
played Xbox.
I've been watching a lot of ECW clips lately, and this monkey does not go extreme, dude.
I mean, they need a new word for that. That's too extreme.
You have been sending us some clips.
Yeah. And I hope you're watching all of them. Because they're important, dude. All right, guys.
Kron?
MXP goes from position 155 to 153. I tested out some moves here in the bottom of the list, and I was like, damn, they don't do
What's
shit.
the point? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm probably going to make one all the same anyway.
Okay.
All right, guys. I liked a lot of what Chris had to say, and it got me thinking. I do think Prince of Darkness is too low, and that's even my score. I originally gave this a 4. I've rewatched this thing a few times since we watched it together. I'm a lot higher on this movie than I was when we covered it on the pod. Let's see. Where is this thing sitting? So Prince of Darkness right now, number 19 on the big list. I'm going to go ahead and make my round 2 selection to give that 0.5 more. Which should move this up to position 12 on the big list. Respectable. Cool. I like that.
All right. You know what? I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I start throwing punches here. This has been a positive round. So with that, Dan, in the nature of giving and receiving, I think I was too harsh on something. It did have a vision, and it had some bits that fucking stick with you, man. Hootie tootie disco cutie. Shit just stings. So, Kron, could you please put a 0.5 into the Greasy Strangler?
Greasy Strangler was at position 132 on the big list. This 0.5 will bring it up to
Number 1.
number
128.
128.
Dan,
well,
I
thank you,
hope
Bones.
over the holiday season you and I can get together for some creamy cocktails.
Oh, yeah. What does he say about something pussy margarita or some shit?
I don't know. That movie was full of shit that I let just wash through me.
You made Big Ronnie happy tonight, and you made Penny Smasher happy as well.
You want to talk about a movie that feels too long? I still think The Greasy Strangler. It's up there in runtime.
It sticks with you, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good pick. Thank you, Bones.
You got it, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers to the Greasy Strangler. All right. We ready for 7?
Yeah, or 3-1, if you want to call it that.
All right, gentlemen. We heard Mount Molehill with the first pick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. This is going to be for the movie that he provided me, with Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven. I think with kind of echoing what Bones said about the Greasy Strangler, it's a kind of a movie that it's got some bits that stick with you. And I've thought about that movie since we've watched it probably at least once or twice a week. And you know what? I gave it a 2, and I think I probably should have gave it a 2.5. So, Kron, could you please add 0.5 to Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven?
That will bring it up from number 140 to number 136.
Something about it, man.
Showgirls 2 does stick with you.
It's close to 3 hours. So, yeah, there's something in there.
I still think about that scene where they're double teaming that hot dog, dude.
I mean, every time my wife has a friend over, I'm like, hey, we should watch this movie, right? Hey, wouldn't it be weird if I was like a hot dog?
Mm-hmm. Wait,
you guys dance?
Mm-hmm.
Is the other chick at your asshole then?
Yeah, sure. If you can't think, I guess you're still thinking 2-dimensionally, maybe.
Well,
he's thinking ECW.
The way they double team that hot dog is end to end. It's not like they're both on the same side.
Some dudes have a hammerhead dong, Kron.
We're exposing a lot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Already.
Nah, I'm gonna picture the way I said it.
If the chick in the back is blowing, it makes your dong bigger, dude.
Mm-hmm. Pushes air in. Smart.
Air, blood, muscle. Who gives a shit? Volume is volume, brother. What you got, Cronny?
All right. I was kind of hoping Dan would have done this already, but he has not.
This is early on.
We're a third of the way in.
I don't want to wait until we're at the end of this list to fix something glaring in the top 10. Guys, I like the movie Swallow. It is a good movie. I think people should watch it. But if I look at like what is a 5DR movie, I don't think Swallow is it. I want the top 10 to represent like what we are as a podcast. It sticks out like a sore thumb. So I am giving Swallow a negative 0.5. Currently, this thing is number 9 on the big list. And this negative 0.5 will move it to number 14. I think I can live with that.
Okay.
Like, it can be in the top 20. It just doesn't feel like the kind of thing we typically cover on here. So I think it had to be done. If you hate this call, bump it back up.
Season 2 had a run there of Swimmer, Target, Second, Swallow, stuff that got a little heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Call it the Criterion Dan effect. But
You're welcome.
still had fun on the episode.
The episode is good.
Yeah.
I loved having Jill on, but like I said, man, I mean, I want that top 10 to be like, these are 5DR movies,
I 100%. You're going to get that in a little bit here.
Yeah, Cronhard with the first negative move of the night. Who would have thought?
I mean, do you not like it? Is this, you want it to be in the top 10?
I have nothing. I have no issues with that move. It's not hard to swallow for me.
And I've been eating all
See
these
that today?
fucking Jacks and shit, dude. It's tearing my stomach up.
Swallow was that's not healthy. That was the category.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kron, don't worry. I'm going to come right behind you, and I'm also going to lower something.
Oh shit.
This is one where not too far after it, I felt a little uneasy. And it was something that in a lot of the rewinds was always there as like a backup sort of thing. And I recently tried to rewatch this movie. And man, it didn't hold up for me. I'd like to take a 0.5 out of my Northman score.
Wow. I bumped it on my rewatch. Personally.
Northman was at position 37. And it will end up at position 39. I think that's Bones. I had this written down too. I was also considering giving Northman a negative 0.5.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say a part of my logic was like I wanted to equally be critical of my scores as much as your guys' scores. Like I didn't want this to just be, dude, you rated that too low. I also wanted like some self-reflection as to like what I did too high or too low,
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say?
Well, I just even like, because I mean, not counting Nosferatu, which as of the time of this record is not out. But if I think of Eggers movies, like I easily like The Lighthouse and The Witch way more than I like The Northman. Like if I had to go back and do a rewatch, I would pick those two multiple times before I think I selected The Northman again. So
Yeah. The Northman is subject matter that I should absolutely love. And I wonder if I was just so hungry for that at the time. It sort of clouded that a bit. Cool.
All right, we're on number 10 here. What do I got? Okay, guys. This next one is like I said, I think Kron said he liked what Chris was saying in his message. And Kron has also stated that he likes to see a 5DR, an essential 5DR movie. So I think I'm going with Amsterdam. Add a 0.5 to that.
Hell yeah.
Because that's just one that I think we all kind of were like, holy shit, this fucking rocks. And I can't wait for the sequel next year.
Oh, we got to cover that when it comes out, dude.
For sure.
I think it's June of next year.
I hope
it's a
they're
great time.
I hope, 30 years later, they're still shitting in condoms, dude.
It's early episodes. I believe that's the detective category. So go check that out if you haven't seen it. Definitely watch it if you haven't seen it.
That is
It's a wonderful time.
That is a quintessential 5DR episode, right? Like that's
Yeah.
coming into our own. That's puberty for us, in a way.
Yeah.
Someone would probably say the best the show's ever been.
Yeah. Should have stopped.
Amsterdam moves from 64 to 56. I like this pick. Another one I had written down.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, let's continue the season of giving.
wait, are you picking?
No. I had forgotten, and take that as a subtle reminder.
All right, guys. Another movie I have thought about a lot since we covered it. And I've always kind of felt, man, I was too low on this thing. I want to talk about the movie Savage Streets for a minute.
Hell yeah.
This is one Bones brought. I originally came in at a 2.5. And guys, I bought the Blu-ray. I rewatched this thing. I was like, 2.5 is not like crazy on this movie. But I still think it deserves a bump. This movie is truly like cruel to its characters. It's like I kind of forgot how hard it is to actually watch some of this movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's got like great kills. For like a revenge movie, you get the motivation, and I mean they do deliver on the revenge. It is fun watching that lady pick those dudes apart. So I wouldn't maybe recommend this to like, people that I work my day job with, but if you're listening to this podcast, check out Savage Streets, man. It is a brutal first 30 minutes followed by, a kind of fun last hour. So there you go.
And a great bathtub scene.
Beautiful.
There is that. There's a women's shower fight in the movie.
Fuck yeah.
It's a crossbow.
Come on,
This is-
party, man.
This is
party,
also
man.
on my list as well, Kron. So
Savage
There's a potential.
Streets was at position 111, and this will move it up to number 96. I think that's good, man. Like getting it out of the bottom of the list into the top 100.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I think it deserves that.
Hey, Kron. Your kindness will be rewarded, my friend. Why don't you pump a 0.5 into the lawnmower, man?
Whoa.
is fucking Santa Claus Bones over here.
Did you finally catch up with the director's cut and realize?
No, I didn't need to. I think while I do think that Eve of Destruction is a better movie, I think keeping up with the theme of important to 5DR lore, how much fun we had with it, the there's also something that when something is underseen or it has like this long history of being bad or shitty, you know, and like we can kind of break through and it sits with you for a while. So I do think that my 2.5 is not in line with who I am. So that was long overdue.
Hell yeah, man. I love Lawnmower Man. Movie is good as hell.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably in the top 10 of our like best episodes. It's just a good time.
Lawnmower Man moves from position 106 to 93. I mean, another,
It's got to be in the top half.
Yeah, getting it into the top 100, that's good stuff.
All right. Do we want to do another round and then take a quick break?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, guys. Next up, the giving will continue, and kind of echoing what Bone said about the Lawnmower Man. It's just another movie that I just had a fucking blast with, and that's Livewire.
Fuck yes, dude.
Just a fucking good time. It's been I was trying to rewatch it this week. I didn't get time. Some shit came up, but it's definitely like one I'm like, God damn it, I gotta fucking rewatch that movie. Kron's, I think we were making fun of Mushroom Head in that thing, and he's just like, I'm a mushroom man going to kill the world. Like his fucking music to Mushroom Head cracks my shit up on that episode. Another episode where we just had a fucking blast, and it's a fucking fun ass movie too. So check it out. The Bond is, or what is it? The Bond is not enough. Yeah. So that was a fun ass movie. Like I said, I think I gave it a 3.0, but yeah, it should have been a 3.5. So pump that bitch up there.
Fuck yes, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Great movie. Some crazy clown stuff in it.
Fuck yeah.
It's a wild, dude. I mean, the pre-Bond Brosnan, I feel like we got to retap that well, dude.
Oh, buddy, it's coming. For sure.
I mean, that is kind of fun though. Like he was making crazy weird movies, and then they were still like, let's pick this guy.
Yeah.
Like to lead the biggest franchise.
But he had like this weird limbo. He had like 7 years where he should have been Bond already. So what the hell? It was just borrowed time. Yeah, there's a few more in that run that I'm stoked to get on the show.
Livewire moves from position 36 to 25. That's good. I like that being in top 25, dude. We're doing good on the big list so far.
Is that a warning or foreshadowing?
No, I'm just, we're almost halfway through this thing. I think we're doing good. Guys, as I looked at the list as it was, there was another movie. I just kept being like, that's too low. It's way too low on the list. Currently, the movie Tremors sets at number 30 on the big list. If you go back in time, there was a brief window where I think this was number 1 on the big list.
Yeah, Brantley made it number 1.
Brantley helped out with that, yeah.
And when we resorted this whole thing, it moved it all the way down to 30. And I was like, I mean, this thing deserves to be higher than that. So I think I'm going to have to put 0.5 into Tremors on this thing.
It's currently tied with Pinocchio. Does Pinocchio also move up by that logic?
It might move down because it would be tied for 30. So that might solidify Pinocchio at 31.
Oh, I just meant, are you going to add another 0.5 to Pinocchio?
Not me,
okay.
But you can Feel free to.
It's going to go 22, 21?
21
Yeah.
is the ending position. I think that's good.
Yeah, there's like how we were talking about earlier, like the 120s and below, you're not really moving much.
Yeah.
But that 1 to 40 is, there's a lot of ties. So stuff can clear quite a few.
Pinocchio does end up at 31.
Okay.
Because of this.
Yeah. Tremor's a fucking classic though, dude. I mean, 5DR aside, like somebody looking at that and going, Tombstone and Tremors are my favorite movies. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You probably grew up with a dad. A little overweight.
Or you just grew up with like the USA Network or TNT.
Yeah.
Kron, was that the one where your parents wouldn't let you watch it?
That was a VHS cover category, right?
It came from the VHS cover.
Yeah, I can't remember if they, might have to go back and listen to that episode. I feel like there was a point where I would bring up the cover or be walking through the aisles. And I think my mom probably would just see the cover and be like, no, like you don't need to watch a giant horror movie, but
you should turn it on like this year at Christmas.
I kind of feel like my dad might like Tremors.
They'd be like, this is great.
Yeah.
And you're like, you didn't let me watch it.
Well, isn't it? It's only PG-13, right?
Yeah.
If that, yeah.
I think there's only one F word in there.
So I feel like, that could be one. I don't know. I'll see.
Yeah.
Bring my hard drive with me and be like, let's watch Tremors.
Might make it a family tradition, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I might start it.
It's got Reba in it, right? So
yeah. Can't be too mad.
It's a pro dynamite movie.
Pro guns.
Yeah.
And they just tell them that the worms came from Mexico.
Came from hell.
Yeah.
These people are trying to kill them.
All right. I got to rip the Band-Aid.
The joy's over.
The joy's over, but I promise I'm sandwiching this. The bummer is, who do I hurt before the break?
Kron?
Yeah, it's going to be me.
Well, it's going to be Dan because he spoke first.
Okay.
A bones category meant to stretch us just a hair. We ended up having this weird back-to-back selection where it was back-to-back directorial efforts based on the same author. And I'm sorry, one is better than the other, and you could argue, why wouldn't you lift up the one? But quite honestly, I think the other one's just too high. I think Rumblefish is too high. Sorry, it's got to come down to 0.5.
We're going to be cool tonight as long as nobody fucked with Rumblefish.
Come on, man. I gave you Greasy Strangler. It's not going to go.
Rumblefish goes from position 19 to 29.
Yep. Just above Outsiders. So
As it should be.
Okay.
Take that, pony boy.
I'm gonna stab you and leave you in a fountain.
I guess I'm a little worried about the back half of these selections because honestly, it feels like I'm making every move on this thing. Knocking down Rumblefish, I'm fine with this. Motorcycle Boy sucks.
Kron, fuck off. You hate strong lead characters that are more badass than you.
Strong lead. Dude does nothing. He fucking floats through life, dude.
You hate every Bond. You think every tough guy that we have on here you can beat up.
I don't hate Bond. Moonraker's solid, dude. License to Kill, I had a lot of fun with.
Yeah, you only gave it a 3.5 though.
That's pretty high for me.
Yeah.
And why am I yelling at you? I should be yelling at Bones.
Yeah, I didn't make this move.
Yeah,
dude.
I know. I think Kron's just so unlikable. We're going to take a break.
I feel like I'm more likable than the motorcycle boy.
Yeah,
dude.
you're more... Yeah,
You still
yeah.
get Motorcycle Boy.
Motorcycle boy sucks. If you met him at a party, you would be like, "Fuck this guy."
You would run up to us and be like, "Dude, this is badass, dude. Come
No,
check
I
him out.
would
Say some
not.
fucking Motorcycle
Say,
Boy."
I would
we
say
got to get
this
the
dude-
fuck out of here.
This dude sucks. Let's drink these 18 PBRs and drive home.
Anytime we go to a party, I'm like, "You think fucking Motorcycle Boy's gonna be here?"
I hope not,
Because you're fucking scared of him, dude.
because I hate him.
'Cause you're scared.
He's a dipshit.
All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, I got a game. We're going to get back on track and friendly. Kron, I think you maybe hinted that you got some more dark web shit.
I do indeed.
Okay. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. This is the Mega Rewind, where we atone for our sins and right the wrongs of the past.
We're healing.
We are halfway through our selections on this rewind. Already a lot of moves. I've kind of liked them all, so the second half's going to suck for me. But before we get into those picks, guys, I have pulled another file off the dark web. Another update from the Rat Wars. If you remember, in the previous rewind, there was mentioned a character named Ezekiel, a son with a gift, who might be able to get us out of this dreaded rat war. I think this file has something to do with him. Bones, play that clip.
This is a personal log, right? Okay.
Yep.
Ezekiel's personal log. This is Ezekiel. I don't remember what day it is. I can't remember much anymore. My dreams continue. I see myself top of a giant rat, riding it through the tunnels. The witch doctor keeps telling me I'm some sort of chosen one. When I look in myself, I don't see it. With each day, I lose more and more trust among my men. Yesterday, I got lost in a new smart rat trap. I finally had to shoot my way out. Took my gun away. I had just gotten it back, too. Anyway, I hate that cheese. Medic says it's poison, but aside from an ear bleed, I'm in peak physical form. Status update from other regions are few and far between. Very little update from Washington or the East Coast. You would hope our president is being kept safe. Last orders from Central Command are to push further north. But we're underground, so I'm waiting for someone to tell us which way that is. In the meantime, we continue to hold off the rat attacks. We've taken hostages to question about these rumored smart rats. These rats play dumb, and are pretty good at chewing through their cute little restraints. Of all the sewer systems to fight this battle, we're doomed below the city with the worst food to have to wade through once it's been digested and flushed. God, when will this end? End of log. This is Ezekiel, by the way.
Wow.
Sounds rough,
Dark.
dude.
Dark.
Also, just doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, right? I mean, how many times did that guy say his name?
He wants you to know who you're listening to.
Well, clearly.
It's Ezekiel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I guess the leader of the resistance.
But it'll be hard for us to forget his name.
If he's the future, oof,
Yeah.
it's grim.
It's weird that he mentioned the president. You would think the president would be completely fine.
Yeah, what? I don't get that part of it.
Yeah, they're in Chicago. Huh. Good to know that Smart Rat Trap is working, though.
Well, it's catching a lot of people, it sounds like.
Must be tough.
I guess so.
Must be tough. Speaking of tough,
Oh, God. Here.
oftentimes during our rewinds, we take a little break. We play a little game. Why break the tradition? Guys, I got one for you. I'm calling this the 5DR Soundtrack Scramble. Just for you, Dan. That's how this is going to work. I'm going to give you a song title, and I need you to give me the movie in which that song appears. Now, if you get it on the song alone, I'll give you 2 points. If you can't get it on the song alone, you have the option to ask for the artist. I will give you the artist. If you get it, I will give you 1 point. After the artist has been revealed, if you do not get it, and we're going to play within a few seconds here, okay? The other player has the option to steal for 1 point. Are we clear?
Yeah, so you'll say like, Kron, this is your question, or Dan, this is yours.
Yeah, we're gonna alternate.
Okay, it's not like a first one to jump in.
No.
Okay.
Now, for the most part, what I've done is, from my dipshit memory, labeled these what I consider to be easier and much tougher. And I have grouped them in a way where it's not going to leapfrog itself to where one particular person is going to get a shit ton of hard ones. Okay? I think I've balanced it out enough. I got to fill a little bit because Kron had to go let Bean in.
Fucking Bean.
Any questions, Dan?
No. Are these songs that were actually featured in the films that we watched?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
No.
I wasn't sure because we send, like happy record day songs. I didn't know.
Oh, no, that would have been a nightmare to try to remember. No, this is either a song that is featured on the soundtrack. It is a song that may be performed in the movie. It could be it could be a set piece. It could be a small little background thing. I've tried to run the gamut here, okay?
All right.
It's going to take a little bit. There's 28,
Jesus.
Wow.
okay?
Fuck.
I'm going to be fair, sort of based on the question. If we get to the point where I think you're giving so-and-so so much time, I'll pull out a stopwatch, but okay. If you can't get it, honor system of I don't got it, move on. All right. Like I said,
Sounds
2 points. 2 points for getting it for the song. 1 point if you get it after the artist is revealed. And if you steal, it's just 1 point. Okay.
Okay.
And then as I plug these in, bear with me if I say it's your turn and you just went. So bear with me. Now, Kron.
Yes, sir.
Since Dan went first in the selection of the rewind here, I'm going to allow you to go first. Are you okay with that?
I'll go first.
Okay. The song is Identity Crises.
Identity crises. Identity crisis.
Would you like
familiar?
Would you like the artist?
Give me the artist.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, that's got to be the Monster Dog.
That
dude.
is the Monster Dog.
Did you have it off the title, Dan?
Yes.
Damn. I was like, that sounds so fucking familiar.
Dan, are you ready?
The Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Dan, your song is Relax.
Relax.
Yes.
Can I get the artist?
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Oh, fuck. Is The Art of Dying?
That is incorrect. Kron, would you like to steal?
I believe that's Body Double.
That is Body Double.
Now that one I had off the title.
I thought Frankie Goes out. I was like, if we have it.
All right. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your song is Bela Lugosi is Dead.
The Hunger?
That is correct. Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your song is Don't Throw Stones.
Fuck. I know the song. Black Roses?
Black Roses is incorrect. Kron, would you like to steal? You only get 1 point, so I will give you the artist. It is Cruzados.
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 What was the name of the song one more time?
Don't Throw Stones.
Don't Throw Stones. I don't have it. I'm guessing Pin.
That is incorrect. It is Roadhouse.
God damn it.
The opening song.
Yep. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The Mob Rules.
The Mob Rules. Give me the artist.
Black Sabbath.
Oh, Black Sabbath. Shock 'em Dead.
That is incorrect. Dan, for 1 point, would you like to steal?
Yeah, I'll steal. That's heavy metal.
That is correct.
Oh, fuck.
Dan, are you ready?
Trying to think of
I'm
like,
ready.
what metal shit have we watched?
Yeah.
And I know it's not Black Roses.
Dan, your song is I Can Dream About You.
Oh, I'm going to go Rad.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Kron, would you like to steal? I will give you the artist, Dan Hartman and Winston Ford.
Dan Hartman. What was the name of the song?
I Can Dream About You.
I Can Dream About You.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
What's a movie that had some dream shit in it?
I'm going to give you 5 seconds. I'm sorry. The answer is Streets of Fire.
Yes.
Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gimme the Prize.
Give me the prize. Let's go ahead and get the artist.
Queen.
Oh, Highlander.
That is correct. Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Somebody Super Like You.
What the fuck? Can I get the artist?
The Undead.
Dead. Is that The Hunger?
That is incorrect. Kron, would you like to steal?
Name of the song one more time?
Somebody Super Like You.
I don't know. Phantom of the Paradise.
That is correct.
Oh, shit.
Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nowhere Fast.
Nowhere fast. I'll take the artist.
Fire Incorporated.
Live Wire.
That is incorrect. Dan, would you like to steal? Reminder, the song is Nowhere Fast.
Yeah. The Hidden?
That is incorrect. It is Streets of Fire.
Damn, we cannot remember that movie for
It's tough.
shit.
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your song is Rap Payback. Parentheses, where is Moses? Close parentheses.
It's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
That is incorrect. Reminder, you can ask for the artist. Kron to steal, and your artist is James Brown.
James Brown. Damn, what did we watch that had a James Brown song? What was the name of the song one more time?
Rap Payback. Parentheses, where is Moses? Close parentheses.
Moses. Who had a character named Moses? I'm out.
You are out. That is from Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. That is the song playing when the drunk dude has the little fantasy of being with the topless chicks at the bar.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your song title is Where Do I Go From Here?
Let's get the artist.
Paul Williams.
Williams. Is this another Phantom of the Paradise?
That is incorrect. Dan,
Oh.
reminder, Where Do I Go From Here by Paul Williams.
The Swimmer?
That is incorrect. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
I would have never got that.
Dan, you are up. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Special to Me.
Rad.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Kron, would you like to steal? Your artist is Jessica Harper.
Special to Me. Oh, man. I don't know. The Edge.
That is incorrect. The movie is Phantom of the Paradise.
God damn it.
That is what's her name's audition song.
I knew we were going to have another one. I just guessed it one too early.
Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We Walk the Night.
Oh, that's We Walk the Night. It's the one with the I can picture him. Tough Turf.
That is correct. Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
The Truth.
Who's the artist?
Limp Bizkit.
Oh, The Fanatic.
The Fanatic. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your song is Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse. Who's the artist?
Power Mad.
Power Mad. The Hidden.
That is incorrect. Dan.
Strangeland.
That is incorrect.
What?
Wild at Heart.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's that crazy fucking metal in there.
Are you guys having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your song is Dangerous.
Dangerous. Can I get an artist?
The Doobie Brothers.
Highlander?
That is incorrect.
Oh, I know what it is.
Kron to steal
Dangerous.
by the Doobie Brothers.
I don't have it.
Okay, that is the closing titles of Stone Cold.
Whoa.
I thought it was heavy metal.
Kron, are you ready?
Dude, they're not putting the Doobie Brothers in heavy metal.
They're on that soundtrack.
Are they?
I think, yeah, I believe they are.
All right, I'm ready, Bones. Sorry.
Love hates.
Love hates. Give me the artist.
Marianne Faithfull.
That's not helping at all. I'm just going to guess the hidden again.
That is incorrect. Dan, would you like to steal Love Hates by Marianne Faithfull?
Heavy metal?
That is incorrect. Tough Turf.
Oh, fuck.
I only know the one song from Tough Turf, dude.
Dan,
Yes, sir.
your song is Purple Haze.
Shock 'em dead.
That is
Oh,
Shock 'em
hell yeah,
Dead.
dude.
That is correct. All right.
Purple Haze.
We have 10 more to go. Kron, you are in the lead with 8. Dan, you have 4. Purple Haze. All right. Who's this? This is Kron.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
It's Too Late.
It's too late. Give me the artist.
Jim Carroll Band.
Oh, Tough Turf?
That is correct. Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Who Wants to Live Forever?
I feel like I should know this. Who wants to live forever? Can I get an artist?
Queen.
Oh, Highlander.
That is correct. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Give a Little Whistle.
Give me the artist.
Cliff Edwards and Dickie Jones.
Sounds like another Thunderbolt and Lightfoot team up.
That is incorrect. Dan, to steal.
Pinocchio.
That is correct.
Oh, shit.
Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Send Me an Angel. Would you like the
Rad?
artist? Rad is correct.
You got it, dude.
Good job.
That's the BMX dance, I
This,
think.
yes, it is. Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Radar Rider.
Radar Rider. Let's get the artist.
Riggs. Riggs.
Riggs.
Riggs. You really are crazy.
Spawn.
That is incorrect. Dan, would you like to steal? Radar Rider.
Roadhouse?
That is incorrect. Heavy Metal.
Ow!
Who the fuck is Riggs, dude?
I hope I'm correct. I did a lot of work on this. Dan, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Your song title is Same Song.
Artist?
Shock G, Ron Brooks, and Tupac Shakur.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing But Trouble is correct.
Whoa.
Kron, are you ready?
I'm ready.
One Thing Leads to Another.
Leads to another. Is it that song? One thing leads to another.
I can only give you the song title, man.
All right, give me the artist.
The Fix.
I don't have it.
Dan, would you like to steal? One Thing Leads to Another by The Fix.
The Hunger?
That is incorrect. House of the Devil. That is the song she's listening to while she's
That's
running around at the house.
Damn, that's a tough one.
Dan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Your song title is Peaches.
Peaches is Sexy Beast.
That is correct for 2 points. Final 2 questions here. Kron, are you ready?
Yeah, what's the score right now?
It is 10-11. Dan leads.
Whoa. All right, let's go.
Your song title is Bad Days.
Days. All right, I'll take the artist.
The Flaming Lips.
Oh, Batman Forever.
That is correct for 1 point. Dan, final question.
Yes, sir.
Your song is Blue, parentheses, Daba D, close parentheses.
That's Punisher Warzone.
That is incorrect.
What?
Kron, would you like to steal?
Blue. Damn, what had Blue Dabba D in it? I mean, the artist isn't going to help me on this one, so. I mean, well, we're tied now. Go ahead and give me the artist.
Eiffel 65.
Yeah, I knew that. Why'd I even ask?
Yeah.
Just buying time.
I think we call it because you guys tied. I'm going to give you a few more seconds.
I mean, it's got to be something, late 90s, early 2000s. I don't have it, man. Blade. I don't know.
No. Iron Man 3.
Fuck.
The opening flashback. Guys, you're both tied.
Hey.
11 to 11.
Look at
I'm
that.
good with a tie,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, assuming I did my input correctly.
I think the biggest bummer is there was no Black Roses songs.
Thunder in Your Heart.
No, I tried to avoid the super obvious ones. Like, that's why I didn't do like Princes of the Universe,
Mm-hmm.
But, or heavy metal.
Or, shit, what's the name of that song that's like, Pretty Boy with a Gun?
Strange
Oh,
Land.
Bile?
Bile.
Yeah.
But what's the name of the song?
Fuck, I own the shit on iTunes. Give me a second.
It's like The New Disease, or it's like some dumb fucking shit like that.
I'm going to be so embarrassed when I'm like, oh, yeah, duh.
Bang, bang, fun, fun.
It was literally the fucking title song of this show.
Yeah.
In League.
See, I don't know if I would have got that from
Yeah.
name alone.
But I feel like Bile would have given it away.
Oh, for sure.
I really did try to balance. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were 8 that I deemed like really fucking hard. And tried to like balance it and then tried to offset it where it would have, if something would have been like super obvious for one of you, I tried to give it to the other one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To try to, or if like to try to trick you to make sure like you got tough turf twice because your hesitant to go back to it. But hey, I'm stoked that you guys you tied.
It was good. Balanced game. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I should have won.
I feel like I could have. I don't know. I'm glad we tied. There's no. I don't have to call this game rigged now.
Son of a bitch. Nobody tell Kron. Bones accidentally put in a 2 when he should have put in a 1 for question 19. It's Too Late by the Jim Carroll Band. This means Dan actually wins 11 to 10. Please don't tell Kron, please. Hashtag rigged. All right, are we ready to get back into it?
Let's do it. And I'm up next, so all the excitement of Rat Wars and this quiz, Bones' last pick was to take 0.5 for Rumblefish, a great fucking movie. So I got to come back from that, and I said it would be fine if nobody touched Rumblefish. But my next pick is we talk about 5DR lore. We talk about movies that are 5DR. And when I look at this list, I see that Unhinged is entirely way too low now. So, Cronhard, please put 0.5 to Unhinged. Give me a courtesy tap first, please.
Was at number 52 on the big list. And that will move it to 37.
The Clerks.
Better. Still a little low.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, it might not be for long because Unhinged is so good. I'm just going to follow right along with you. I hope you brought my Butterfinger Blast. Let's toss another 0.5 onto Unhinged, dude.
Wow, I get a free pick now.
I think we all like this movie. It deserves to be probably even higher than it's going to end up with this move. Shit is fun as hell. I mean, I think if you like this show at all and you've not watched this movie, go fucking watch Unhinged. It will end up at number 26 on the big list. No more moves can be played to Unhinged.
Sitting right there with Livewire. I'll take it, man.
That's a double feature I'd watch.
Oh, man. Guys, Glenn Powell, he's the new hotness. But you know what? I don't think he's Arnold. They might be remaking Running Man, but the classic is a classic for a reason. Please put a 0.5 into Running Man.
Running Man was at number 59 on the big list. This will bring it to number 48.
I'll take it.
That's a good pick. Yeah, I think that's a little too low, yeah.
I mean, what's his name? What's the guy's name?
Domino.
Justice for him, dude.
Fuck off.
He's probably like
An opera singer.
He's kind of like the hero of the movie in a way.
Okay.
I think instead of remaking it, they should have done his backstory.
Like the Domino prequel.
Yeah.
I was going to ask who you think they're going to get for him.
Who could they cast now as Domino?
Eric Stone Street, the dude from Modern Family.
Who's the dude in the bombing Clint Eastwood movie about the Olympics?
Oh,
He's in
Paul Hauser or
Nancy
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Give me
Jamie
Mike
Taco
Mitchell.
steals all his lines, though. What were you going to say, Cron?
I'll take Mike Mitchell as Domino.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, shit, we're already back to me. God damn.
It moves quick, dude.
Right. Yeah, let's do 0.5 to Ravenous Kron. It's just a movie that I've always loved. I feel maybe your score was a little low. I think it should be a 3, but it's just me. Maybe it needs a rewatch in your life. But I don't know. It's just a good time. Love the soundtrack. I see a ton of shows out there covering it nowadays, and it's good. Get it out there. That Guy Pearce, he's going to be nominated for an Oscar this year. Get him out there.
Ravenous was 77. This will bump it up to 65. It's an okay movie. Man, I kind of, outside of the cannibalism stuff, struggle to even remember what happens in this movie.
I was waiting for the Kron turn of, aside from the cannibalism, I didn't really like anything else.
Yeah, that was the only cool part of it, dude.
It's two guys that wanted to make love to each other.
That
You're
wonky
into
ass
that.
score.
It's kind of like not as good as Cannibal the Musical.
Oof. Oof.
Guys, I'm thinking, I feel like that might have been, like a Dan pick for Dan almost. And I'm kind of going to do the same thing here. This is a Kron pick for Kron. Bones, I think your score on this movie is extremely low. This should have been featured in the music thing, the music game. We got to bump up Black Roses, right?
I knew it would come from you.
Yeah, we knew a Kron move for Kron was inevitable.
It's currently a 71. That's far too low for this thing. Oh, I almost did Black Dog. That would have been a
I'd have been fine with that.
We
huge
never,
mistake.
Speaking of,
We never covered that movie. I don't know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
Black Roses goes from 71 to 62.
All right.
That feels good.
Kron, it was on a Bones list.
To
It
take
should-
away from?
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was an alternate. It was either that or Lawnmower Man. I was going to be polite and bump up because I knew that my next move was going to get some heat. Now, can you scroll to the top of our list currently? If I look at that, I think about there being one movie that sits up there that honestly came and went for me. And I stand by the 4, but I think thinking 5DR lore logic, aside from Nick Nolte coming in, I'm sorry, I don't think Extreme Prejudice deserves to be in the top 10.
Didn't I move this down in a rewind?
Maybe
No, I
'cause
moved. I think I moved Prince of Darkness and it shot Extreme Prejudice up.
It's a tough move. It's tough.
Goes from 7 to 10.
So it's still there. It's now tied with Prince of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
No hard feelings. I still enjoy the movie.
It's a good movie.
It is.
It's a really good movie. I don't know why you don't like it.
Gave it a fucking 4, man.
Well, now you've given it a 3.5.
No, I gave you a 4. Changing yours.
Kron.
I'm Bob Doling this pencil at you right now.
Don't get down too extremely. Don't get too extreme prejudiced. Because with my next pick, God damn it, Castle Freak is too fucking low.
Fuck.
Put a 0.5 to that Castle Freak, baby. Because we all need the freak in our lives.
Castle Freak currently at number 23. And this will move it to number 16 on the big list. I don't hate it.
Where the hell did Dan go?
Fucking Freak got him, dude.
He was jealous that Dan still has a wiener.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
Guy.
And to the listeners who are 100% male, our audience. We're getting towards the end of this thing, right? I mean,
Yeah, this is round 8, right?
yeah, this is round 8. I don't think, I kind of said there's no point in making moves at the bottom of this list. But I almost feel like as a symbol, as a outreach to the people that made this show what it is, we got to talk about puppets. Those little guys pop up all the damn time. And there is one that sticks with me. And I think for the lineage, for what it has done in the subgenre, I think you got to bump Puppet Master 3 up a little.
Damn, I thought for sure it was a Pinocchio's Revenge.
I thought about that one, but so on the list, I did play it out, and that one is like so low that even putting 0.5 into it moves it like one spot up. So it was more, how do I maximize the puppet movement more than anything?
What's your figurehead?
Yeah.
What's your Luigi?
3?
Yeah, Puppet Master 3.
Puppet Master 3 is getting a 0.5. We couldn't do this show without the puppets. I mean,
We could.
no. We're too deep in it now, dude. The only way out is through. Puppet Master 3 goes up to position 131. It was previously at 134. I invite you both to make a puppet selection before the night's through.
No, I mean, I will discuss a movie that features a man that has sort of like a destiny thrust upon him, and he's a puppet in some sick ass game. A game where there can only be one. Highlander is a fucking classic for a reason, and while I don't think it makes a huge jump, I do think it deserves a solid 4.0, so please add a 0.5 into Highlander. Currently at,
Fuck yeah.
was it?
It was at 28. And this will move it into the top 20, number 18.
Solid.
I like that.
I'm good with that.
The Bond is Not Enough has been moved up twice.
That's a good category, man.
Hopefully next year when we repeat it, we can open it up to Woody Allen.
Yeah. I think we're getting ready to start round 9.
Mm-hmm.
Kron, did you just send me another file?
Jeez, it's Rat
I did.
Wars.
Guys, I think this is going to be the last one. This one was marked extremely confidential. So I don't even know what this is. By the time I downloaded it, it disappeared off the dark web.
Wow. What? Are you comfortable with me playing it? I don't want to get flagged for anything.
I mean, I think we play it, right? Like, people need to know what's happening.
Yeah, it's not like a ton of people are listening. So, yeah, here I go.
Well, Mr. President, the White House ballroom, a fitting place for a final clandestine meeting between old friends.
Thought you might get a kick out of it. We've certainly made a few memories here, wouldn't you say?
Listen, Mr. President, I know there's been some heat coming down from this whole thing, but I think there's a path forward if we just...
Path forward? Christ, man. You know an intelligence wire came through today?
I'm aware, sir, but if...
Word is getting out somehow. There are rumblings that people have started calling the whole shit show the Rat Wars.
You can't believe that, sir. How often are those cables wrong?
Right or wrong doesn't matter. You're my fixer. Simply put, you failed to fix.
So what? You gonna hang me out to dry for this or what?
Listen, son, I'm going to be serious with you. My back's up against the wall here. The re-election cycle is in full swing. This isn't anything personal, Johnson. This is politics. We've both been playing the game, but I'm one step ahead.
So what happens to Chicago then?
What?
Chicago. What becomes of it?
Who gives a shit, Johnson? That place has been a cesspool and getting worse as far as I'm concerned. We'll send in a team of cats or a death squad that specializes in extermination or hell. If it's easier, we'll just nuke the damn thing and move on. Blame it on the Ruskies or the Chinese. We have no shortage of political enemies. And it could help to unite this country.
Around your re-election campaign? No doubt. Jesus Christ, man. Do you feel any responsibility for this?
Responsibility? God, no. What? Just because we funded the laboratory? That was important research, Johnson. You know how close those boys were to a viable super soldier serum? So a few biogenetically engineered specimens got into the sewer system and mated with a local rodent population. Mistakes were made, sure. That's where you came in and you failed. You failed to sort this mess out. Listen, son. You got caught in the crossfire in this thing. I get you're upset. Why don't you do what every other burnout fixer has done? You move down to Boca or Key West and you live out the rest of your days on the beach. You certainly got enough money for it. Christ, man, this isn't a death sentence. It's an early retirement.
No beaches. Filthy. Too bright. We hate the water.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
You know what I'm gonna miss about this place?
Washington. Power, money, the free flow of...
No, this place. This room.
Well, I can picture a few, but I can't remember any other names.
Smells.
What's that?
Just think of it, sir. The parties. The soirees. The galas. All those years. All those menus. The smell. The crumbs. They're alive in this room. They've cooked into the walls and stamped into these floorboards. You wouldn't understand. How could you?
Well, son, that's my cue. I wish it could have ended better, but... What you got that pistol for, boy?
Sit back down. You were right about one thing, sir. We were both playing a game.
Jesus Christ.
But you failed to realize I was on the other team. What you failed to realize, we've been here much longer than you. In your alleyways, in your sewers, in your sheds. Always searching, hoping, dreaming of the day that we would unite. The time is now. Chicago was the beginning. We've been here longer than you, and we'll be here after you. You're in the maze now, Mr. President, and there simply is no cheese waiting for you at the end.
What in God's name? You won't get away with this, you miserable shit. Secret Service will be here in a matter of seconds.
They won't be able to catch us all.
We should not have that.
Bones, delete that file.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Fucking hell. We might have to cut that out.
That's harrowing. I think that guy turned into like 100 rats at the end of that.
Where did you find this?
It's on the dark web, dude.
You gotta quit going on there, dude.
No, I'm not. That's the only place you can get news about the rat wars.
I don't need to know about this stuff.
Hopefully you got a VPN.
I'm
dude.
fine. Yeah. Like a NordVPN?
Yeah, thank you this week to NordVPN for sponsoring the show. If you type in the code 5DR, you'll get fucking nothing because we don't have advertisements.
You'll get 0.00005% off. They said that's the best we can do.
Who are you guys?
Mm-hmm.
You
But
do
hey,
23 downloads a week?
You're going to need that to get your fucking Rat Wars news.
You call yourself influencers?
Mm-hmm.
You're like flu of cool?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that's probably not cool right now. No.
What? COVID's over.
It was all fake anyway.
Yeah. The rat wars are what are real, man.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody know about it.
Well, they don't want to report on stuff like that, dude. Clearly, the president's been compromised.
Yeah.
Kron, how many times have you emailed this to RFK?
I just have it's like a thing that's set up to email him every 10 minutes.
It's just like a dead man's email.
Yeah.
That's weird that, in private, Biden is like Southern and quite capable.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So he really is. He probably had just got done drinking the blood of a, baby or something.
Yeah. Comet Pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you, Kron, but I mean, feds might show up any moment, so.
Yeah, delete that file, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't have that shit.
Kittredge is going to be on our ass.
Mm-hmm.
Rat Wars is dark.
Yeah.
Pretty dark.
I can't wait to see what happens next rewind.
There might not be another rewind. After what I'm about to do right now.
Oh, I was going to say, can we podcast from jail?
Yeah, why not? I mean, everybody else got cell phones and shit nowadays.
Yeah, it's true crime.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be on podcasts. All right, gentlemen. I think we're ready to get back into this. I was victorious in a quiz that Bones did. Thank you.
What?
Come on, man.
You died, dude.
I want to recount.
We're supposed to heal tonight, dude.
Yeah.
We are going to heal. I did take Mount Molehill's message seriously. This might be the only kind of jab that I have tonight. I'm not messing with the top of that list. I don't care about it. But there is one movie that I feel should have went a little higher. Has a lot of 5DR in it that I think should stick. And I think a certain director's name on it maybe pushes it into a certain area of critique and maybe dislike. Kron Howard, please put 0.5 to Wild at Heart. So I believe it is too low on this list. And maybe it's just one of those ones that got away from us. Well, not me. Maybe you too.
Hey, I gave it a 2.
Yeah, I see that. But I feel like Maybe if David Lynch's name wasn't on that and say Kron would come across that, he'd be like, we're bringing this to the podcast.
I would be like, I'm confused about what this movie is trying to do.
It's the Wizard of Oz. Come on.
He would have brought it to us to ask us to help him figure it out.
Mm.
No.
Hey, what do you think of this shit, dude? Because I had no clue what the fuck I was watching. Wild at Heart moves from 74 to 64 on the big list.
I can deal with that.
I'll take it.
Whatever.
I don't like that it's above Rad or Death Wish 3, though.
That's true. Or The Art of Dying, for that matter.
How is The Art of Dying over
wildly
Rad?
more competent movie?
Mm-hmm. Hey, dude, Wings had a vision.
How the fuck is Rad that low? Jesus Christ.
Hey, you can fix it if you want to. What am I gonna do here? We're heading into the home stretch.
I got a suggestion for you.
All right, let's hear it.
Fix your License to Kill score.
What is my License to Kill score?
3.5.
That feels right.
Okay.
Does it need to be a 4? You can fix my License to Kill
Yeah,
score.
I could.
Kron, draft with your heart.
Yeah, man.
That's what Brantley and
You
Nick always
said
say.
you got an open field here because we played some moves that you were going to play. So
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 things left, though. It's kind of like, what do you focus on?
I apologize if the creaking feet of giant dogs are coming into the track here. Dogs got to eat.
Let those beasts live.
Mm-hmm.
Kron, do you not have this pick out? What are you doing?
I'm looking at the list as it stands, dude. All right, guys.
No, that one.
You don't think that's a good one?
That's a great one.
I think that's solid. But that's me. This is your choice. I'm sorry.
I could
I'm
go.
sorry.
I could see that though.
I'm sorry.
No, because there's...
No, I like them. I like them too much. I like that kooky Crypt Keeper, guys. Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight currently sets a number 96 on this list. This is below Iron Man 3. That seems wild, right?
Yes.
I think we got to bump that a little bit. We're going to put a 0.5 to Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Again, I kind of said up top, there's a handful of movies I still think about. I still think about Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. Movie's fun as hell, dude. I mean, it's not trying to do too much. In and out in 90 minutes. It's a good time. That will bump Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight up to position 80. It is now above Iron Man 3. I think right where it belongs.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Fellas, one of my favorite movies of the year was Civil War by Alex Garland.
It's a good one.
When I went to go see that at Alamo, they had a cool little Alex Garland profile thing where he was breaking down and discussing a few movies that inspired him. And one of those movies was Children of Men, which is quite possibly my favorite movie of all time. Another one of those movies that he brought up that was an inspiration to him started a franchise that has already been discussed on this mega rewind. I think that the original deserves a touch more love from us. I would like a 0.5 added to the original, the best, Phantasm.
Phantasm was at position 14. And this will move Phantasm up to number 7 on the big list. I'm good with that. Good movie. Does a lot of weird stuff. I think the series overall like asks more questions than it answers, but it is a fun ride. I think even watching all 5, like that was a good time.
It moves it to 17, you said?
It moves it to position 7.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is in
There
the
it is.
top 10.
All right.
A part of my argument was, I believe, Dan, you gave it a 3.5. Same with Phantasm 4. And I sort of felt like, okay, well, I gave it to DK. I support it. It's fine. I still think it needs a little bit of a bump. And I think it having the footprint of a box set that, like what you said, Kron, I had a blast with that. That was not work at all doing that box set.
It's a good time.
Yeah. All right, we got a bean alert. Kron is up. Dan, did you like Civil War?
Bean is. Did I like what?
Did you like Civil War?
Currently, right now, it is probably my favorite movie of 2024.
Hell yeah.
But we got a lot lined up still for
Yeah.
the end of the year. So we shall see. But yes, definitely a good theater experience with that. I went to the IMAX, so just the sound design alone on there is riveting. He just came out. Guess he co-directed
Warfare?
Yeah, something with like a
Desert Storm?
veteran or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
So I thought he basically said he was going to take a long break after Civil War, but I guess he decided not to.
Welcome back, Kron.
Hey. We talking Civil War?
Yeah, I was just filling the time.
Another movie Dan would probably say that I rated too low.
You did.
What'd you give it, a 3?
What did I give Civil War?
You choose not to go to the theater. That's your issue.
That probably is a huge part of it, to be
It
honest.
is.
Yeah.
Which I don't hold it against you because you've got life you're living, which is fine. But I think if you would have went to the theater, you'd have been like, all right.
I gave it a 3.5.
I'll take it. I think it's my number 3 for the year so far.
What's your number 1?
Dune 2.
Oh, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh. Okay. I bumped Gladiator 2 up to number 3.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Civil War is the better movie, but Gladiator 2, I just had a goddamn smile. I was rocking back. Oh, man. What a blast. But quite honestly, the underdog there's number 2 at Rebel Ridge.
Respectable.
What's 1?
Dune 2.
Dune 2.
Oh, that's right. You just said that shit.
It's an achievement, man. Like,
It's the least on El Gaib, Dan.
I just feel like I was on Dune 1 so hard that like when everybody else was on Dune 2 so hard, I was like, "Nah, he already did it. Like,
Man, I was
of course it's going to be great because he already did it.
I was the opposite. I was like mid on Dune 1, and Dune 2 blew me away.
I don't know. I mean, I was there with Prisoners, so I was like, yeah, this dude's all right. Yeah, I like this guy. Anyway, I got my last pick. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got one on here that's not gonna make a fucking ounce of a difference, but it's gonna make somebody feel better tonight. And that's what this night is all about. Let me ask a question. When we start this season 3, we're starting a brand new list, right?
yeah. Who knows if
I
there's a
don't-
list?
I don't know. Undecided, Dan.
You're telling me that I Grinched it tonight and I opened up this dark little fucking hole of a heart of mine. And you're telling me that if this list continues, that I can choose violence again and do what I want to do?
I mean, why not continue the list from here? This is the list of the movies we've watched on this podcast.
That's a good point, Kron. That is a good point. I was under the impression that we were starting a brand new list.
Can I
I mean, I
ask
think
a sub question based on that then?
Mm-hmm.
What are rewinds like going forward?
I think like this.
They're following this format.
Yeah. This is a reset of the big list, and the rewinds after this will follow this template.
Oh, so this is a Halloween 2018 situation.
Now we might not do 10 picks each, but
Okay.
I think 5 maybe.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go back to where it all started. The categories of Rockers Make Films. The very first episode that I ever put out of 5 Day Rentals was Strangeland, which I was too low on. It's a good time. It's insane. It's got Dee Schneider in it. There's probably a sequel out there somewhere. Maybe if somebody ever provides some money or a check to him.
Give him the money.
So 0.5 to Strangeland, Kron. Shove that piercing through your dick hole.
You guys are in league with each other. Shit's rigged.
I mean, I was a 3 on this, and you were both a 1.5.
I was too low, I'll admit.
That's brutal.
But again, that was really early on, right? Like,
Yes.
in hindsight, if we had watched that 100 movies later,
It would have been higher on higher.
I don't know.
Higher.
I don't know.
I think it would
I
have
could
been
see
higher
it
for
going
me.
either way.
All right, Strangeland moves from position 141 to 139. But
yes,
Dan,
Ed.
I think it's more about the sentiment, right? Like, this movie deserves to move up the list. That's what I did with Puppet Master 3. Like, I support it. I think that movie is better. And if it had not been movie 1, who knows what could have happened.
I mean, going into tonight, Livewire, I gave you MXP, I gave Castle Freak, I gave Strangeland. So yeah, I was trying to be here for my buds, and also give me a little as well, but with movies that, like Bones said, 5DR lore. Like, those are 5DRs that we're gonna see. Amsterdam, Unhinged, shit like that. So. But now that this list is going to continue, I'm going to have to light a fire up on
Kron,
my
is your
ass.
computer going to be able to support the size of this file?
I think I've got the RAM. I think I got the gigs.
I'll
Okay.
send you some.
Yeah.
If I can I'm going to have to delete the dark web at this point because of that last file.
What the fuck did they call it in Too Young to Die? The Ram K?
Yeah, I've got enough RAM K on my machine.
Turd balls.
All right, guys. Last pick for old Kron here. And this is honestly what I was worried was going to happen. Like I said at the beginning, I took Chris's words to heart, guys. I bumped up Prince of Darkness, and it currently sets, because of the Phantasm move, at number 11. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's a top 10 movie. It's a top 10 movie to me. You might not agree. I have rewatched this thing. I've given it a 5. I'm putting another 0.5 into Prince of Darkness. We're putting that thing back in the top 10.
Greedy son of a bitch.
This is its second move. It is now locked on the big list. I gave you both all rewind to undo that if you wanted to. This moves it to number 7. This bumps out Extreme Prejudice in the game. And honestly, I think Prince of Darkness is at least more of a 5DR movie than the game is. So if we're going to bump something out and bump something in, I'm good with this. It does put 2 Carps in the top 10, but that's the kind of shit that I watch all the time. So if you hate the move, I'm sorry. It's locked in. It's done.
All right.
Bastard.
Dan, I do, from my perception here in the last 2 hours, I do think that you have been the most kind in this rewind. And I thank you for it. Kron, that's not to say that you have been selfish or cruel at all. I think you were very open that some of the moves that we made were moves that you were planning. So you had an open back half. I myself, I recognize I made 2 negative moves. I did try to preface those with polite corrections. I too had something bumped up that cleared a move for myself. And I went, well, why the hell not? When we think about Amsterdam's, Unhinged's, the Rages, the Pinocchio's, Revenges, I don't want to get too caught up in the 5DR lore. We had fun with it. It needs to be bumped up. But the whole point of this was to mix Criterion Dan movies, Kron puppet trash, Bones 90s / horny flicks, right? That is the mix. That's us. And I have an opportunity to lock something that I think needs to be seen. It's a fucking cruiser of a movie, man. People drink stuff and blow up. Come on, man. Throw another 0.5 into Livewire. Let's lock that bitch.
There you go.
Livewire was at number 26. And this will push it to 17.
Top 20. That works for me. Right underneath Castle Freak.
Guys, I say at the end of this, let's just run through top 25. They are Roadhouse, Tombstone, Ricochet, Sexy Beast, Apocalypto, Big Trouble in Little China, Prince of Darkness, Phantasm, Silver Bullet, Seconds. That is your top 10. The Game, Extreme Prejudice, Breakdown, Road Games, Swallow, Castle Freak, Live Wire, Mad God, Highlander, The Swimmer, that's your top 20. And then Targets, Upgrade, Trimmers, Mute Witness, and License to Kill.
Cliffhanger, Unhinged, Prey, Near Dark, Rumblefish, The Outsiders, Pinocchio, The Edge, Maniac Cop 2, Phantasm 2, The Rage, Arachnophobia, New York Ripper, Mad Max Fury Road, The Northman, Body Double, Old Henry, The Hidden, Pin, Alligator, Heavy Metal, Avengement, Raising Cain, Shakedown, The Challenge, Running Man.
Then you got The Hunted. You got Phantasm 4, Bushwick, Phantom of the Paradise, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, Amsterdam, Valhalla Rising, Hannibal, I the Jury, Black Roses, Resurrection, Wild at Heart, Surviving the Game, The Class of 1999, Ravenous, The Art of Dying, Rad, Death Wish 3, Split Second, The Substitute, End of Days, Batman Forever, Dark Angel, Phantasm 5, Eve of Destruction, Drive from 1997, Opera, and Demon Knight.
It's your top 80. Do we keep going?
Yeah, The Gauntlet, Stone Cold, Demons 2, Ninja 3, The Domination, Dead Heat, Body Parts, Iron Man 3, Phantasm 3, Hostage, Brain Dead, Diamonds Are Forever, Killer Nun, Hollow Man, The Lawnmower Man, The Green Knight, Streets of Fire, Savage Streets, Slumber Party Massacre, Twice Dead, Invasion USA.
That is your top 100. And then from there, Shock 'em Dead. Probably should be a top 100. Moonraker, Black Dog, Jade, On Deadly Ground, Vibrations, The Hunger, House of the Devil, The Last Seduction, Brain Damage, Flesh and Blood, The Cell, Brain Scan, Never Too Young to Die, Punisher Warzone, The Phantom, Knockoff, Full Contact, Crimes of the Future, Action USA, Convoy, Cat People, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Brain Smasher A Love Story, Ice Road, Halloween Ends, Stage Fright Aquarius, Trancers, The Vagrant, The Greasy Strangler. That brings us through number 130.
You got Puppet Master 3 at 131, Uninvited, Hollow Man 2, Nemesis, Tough Guys Don't Dance, Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven, Army of the Dead, Halloween Kills, the recently moved Strangeland, Masterminds, Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell, Gone with the Pope, Deep Rising, Humanoids from the Deep, Robot Jocks, Blacktop, Reindeer Games, Maximum Overdrive, London Has Fallen, No Holds Barred, Spawn, Puppet Master 4, Nothing But Trouble, MXP, Most Extreme Primate, Supernova, Pinocchio's Revenge, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Fanatic, The Brain, A Monster Dog, Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, and rounding it out at 163, the worst movie we've covered on 5 Day Rentals, Mega Ape.
Whoa.
That's a lot of movies, guys. congratulations for all the hard work and reviews you've done. And it's been an absolute pleasure to do this with you for the last 28 years. Mm-hmm. Here's to 28 more. I love you guys.
Cheers, homie. Well, I think we're going to drop this before Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When it's ready. You get it when you get it.
No rush.
Yeah.
We will be off for a few weeks after that.
Recovering.
We might be back.
Maybe.
We hope to.
Who knows?
But it has been fun. We do appreciate the listenership, our small, mighty fans. Our pod friendships are important to us. Please continue your activity in the Discord while we're away. We'll try to snipe. But Dan, let's do the huge, man.
Hey, if you're on social media, please follow us on Threads, Instagram, and Letterboxd. That's where you can find all the movies we cover. Great list that we do. If you're on Spotify or Apple, please rate, review the show, and follow it. It helps us bring the show to more people. But if you really want to fuck with us, there is a Discord link on every episode that drops, well, on Wednesdays right now. We're on the break. But join that Discord. We're in there. All the friends that we've mentioned tonight, thank you, Mount Molehill, and thank you, DK, for sending in your beautiful picks there here on the Mega Redux Rewind number 11. They're on there too, so you can chat with them if you want. But other than that, let's hop on that motorcycle and just ride out of here, right out of this Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dibs on back.
Tron, you're sitting on the front.
No, I want middle, like when we did Human Centipede.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn. Hello, listeners of the 5-Day Rentals podcast. Cron Howard here. You know, I approached the Mega Rewind in good faith, a time of healing for the podcast, time to reflect on the sins of the past and wipe the slate clear, a fresh start, a new beginning, a better path forward. So instead of throwing around wild accusations of rigging, point miscounting, or prior collusion, I would instead simply like to present a recap of the ending of the Mega Rewind soundtrack game with a series of verifiable facts. We can start out by ignoring the absolute gimme of Purple Haze from Shock 'Em Dead, and instead start with Dan's song, Send Me an Angel. This song is possibly the most impactful and memorable song from Rad. In its scene, it features two characters dancing on BMX bikes. One actor is clearly wigging. The song plays out for several minutes, making this, in a word, unforgettable. Our next round was a song for Kron. It was Radar Rider by the band Riggs. A abandoned song so obscure that a simple Wikipedia search for Riggs Band brings up the following. Derek Riggs, British artist best known for creating Iron Maiden's mascot. Dax Riggs, artist best known as the frontman for the sludge metal band Acid Bath. The next page is simply a entry for the English surname Riggs. That's followed by Mike Riggs, guitarist for Rob Zombie, and then Chandler Riggs, actor from The Walking Dead. Your 6th entry in this search, and I know what you're thinking, this has to be Riggs the band. It is not. It is for musician Jerry Riggs. Now in the late 70s, he joined a band called Raggedy Ann. They had 2 notable songs, Heartbeeps and Radar Rider, that appeared on the soundtrack for the film Heavy Metal. However, when they did, they mysteriously appeared under the artist name Riggs. Additionally, if you pull up the wiki page for the Heavy Metal soundtrack, you will see Riggs listed. They are the only band that has no clickable hyperlink. Dan's next song was Same Song by Shock G, Ron Brooks, and Tupac. It won't take eagle-eyed viewers to remember these artists physically appear in the film Nothing But Trouble. Our next round, for Kron, was One Thing Leads to Another by The Fix. Whom amongst us couldn't forget the diegetic music that plays in the headphones of the main character in the film House of the Devil? Contrasting this song with the apparently medium difficulty task of knowing who Riggs is, One Thing Leads to Another by The Fix does not appear in the soundtrack credits for House of the Devil. Dan's next song was Peaches by The Stranglers, a song that plays in its entirety over possibly the most memorable scene in the film Sexy Beast. So there you have it. Like I said, just a series of facts. I'm sure, as I hope you are, dear listener, this was all just a series of misunderstandings and coincidences. Nothing nefarious happened here. I want to make it clear that I'm in no way angry or bothered by the outcome of this game. Dan won 11-10. I will not be seeking revenge for anything you heard earlier in this episode. That, however, is a statement from me and me alone. Can I guarantee there isn't a collection of little, vengeful, hate-fueled guys that may make their return to the podcast in Season 3 because of this? I don't know. But what I can tell you is that with all the sincerity, integrity, and honesty displayed in the Mega Rewind soundtrack game, that I, Kron Howard, pray it doesn't come to that. We'll see you in Season 3. Crash and burn.